Good evening, everybody. Today is Thursday, May 8th. Welcome to a special edition of Deliberate Discussions. I am your co host, Vicky Horton,
And I'm your co host, Patrick Parker.
and together we are.
Deliberate Discussions. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend, how are you?
Tired as hell.
I are again. Work has been working for us. Y'all got to excuse me. Actually on my cell phone tonight. Oops, I'm so sorry, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay. We live and it happens, baby. It's technical difficulties. It's happening. It's a live show. It's a live stream and it
Yes,
happens. We'll get through
and I
it.
tell you, I know you've been traveling. So have I. Not as far as you have been, because I've been traveling local. But how has your week been? Other than
It was a very busy week, but very good week. I mean, it was a really, really great work trip. Got back today and just enough time to unpack, repack, and back on a plane tomorrow. Go to the office for a few hours tomorrow, then back on a plane tomorrow evening. So,
I
mhm,
see.
yeah, but it was good. How was Atlanta? How was the Bulldogs?
No, Coyotes.
I mean, the Coyotes. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about
Um,
Brighton Bulldogs.
we had a good time. It was, the game. Unfortunately, the first half of the game, the Atlanta Rage were up 14-8,
Okay,
and due to strikes, the game was delayed, and unfortunately, the referees called the game.
okay,
A sports writer says that the Atlanta Rage redeemed themselves from that ass whooping the Coyotes gave them last year. But I would hardly call winning by lightning strike delay default a redemption.
yeah. I don't call that a redemption myself.
So hopefully the league will, call the game back and let them replay so that they can finish out the other half. I mean, I don't even think we were 3 minutes into the third quarter and the lightning strikes came in. If anybody knows football, if there is a lightning strike or something like that, the game has to be delayed for 30 minutes, and then if it happens again, it's for each one, it resets after 30 minutes. So that was the deal, and it started pouring down rain. It was cold also in Atlanta, so I'm just like, I was shocked. So
But you was outside though. You was looking pretty. I saw your pictures and stuff. I said, "Look at you in them streets."
oh yes, we had a ball. I mean, we still made the most of it. Um, I saw my niece and my nephew. They came to the hotel to see me, and we hung out a little bit. The first night we were there, we went to this place called Toast
Okay.
and off Lennox. There, I think it was at 349 Lennox, and they have some very good food. I did post it. And the craziest thing happened. It was such a blessing. Someone picked up our check and we have no idea who it was. They just asked that we leave a tip, so we left the our waiter a very nice tip. And if that person is watching, we did tell the waiter about it. Whoever it is, thank you so very much from the bottom of our heart, because that bill was expensive,
Oh wow.
and that was like really really nice. Nothing like that ever happened, but we did come across some really nice people in Atlanta. It was amazing.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed your trip. Um, what's next for the Coyotes?
Well, Miami, they pulled out, so that's considered, and that game automatically would go to the Coyotes. And then they also have a bye week. So the next game, not this Saturday, not next Saturday, but the following Saturday, they will have another game. I believe that game is a home game. I will be posting updates for that game as well. So I'm a diehard Coyote fan. So
Okay, well, that's good. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, and looking forward to more information about the next game. And also wanted to ask: did a lot of people show up in Atlanta for the game?
Actually, I was surprised. Not too many Atlanteans showed up for that side. And also the Atlanta Rage on their website, they did advertise, which is what I said. They said it was $15 in advance and 20 at the gate. When we got there, they were actually charging people $25 at the
Oh
gate. Yeah, so that kind of upset me. You can't. I did go live on Deliberate Discussions page. So if everybody wants to see the first half of the Coyotes Atlanta Rage game, it is on on Deliberate Discussions you live stream on Deliberate Discussions Facebook page. I'm sorry.
my.
can't see, but there were a lot of, there were a lot of crazy penalties, and it seemed like the refs were pulling for the Atlanta Rage, and it was just it was crazy. It was. Please just go and watch the tape.
I see Mama Jackie's in the comments. She said you didn't come see her while you was in Atlanta.
I am so sorry, Mama Jack. Listen, I apologize. Don't worry, I'm coming back because I met someone there, and they have invited me back.
Okay, then we'll talk about that after the show. But
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, that's
So
good.
yeah, we ain't gonna go into details on that now, and that person is supposed to be watching tonight. So
Well, let me find out Stella went to Atlanta and got her groove back.
hey, let me tell you something. Stella Groove ain't never left, but I went to get more groove.
Well, that's good. Well,
Speaking of the word groove,
uh-huh.
there's a place everybody knows where Studio 404 was in Delray Beach, 404 West Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach. There is a new spot there, and it's going down tonight, Thursday night, ladies' night. It's called Grooves in Delray. Is right next door to Checkers. It's the Studio 404.
I'm glad that
Very
you said that, friend,
good.
because I want people to most definitely give them a chance because I
Yes,
know that they did have their soft opening and then their grand opening, and
yeah,
it didn't go as expected. They did run out of food and things like that, but I did hear it was a great atmosphere. But I want the community to most definitely give this spot a chance.
yeah, most
Mhm.
definitely. So yeah, please, because that food, what Weeba posts, oh my God, that food be looking so good. But Thursday night, ladies' night, and also Saturday is going to be R&B brunch from 5 p.m. until 12 p.m. DJ Huckabuck is back in Delray. So
Okay.
y'all stop by Grooves at 404 West Atlantic Avenue, right next door to Checkers, across the street from Breathe, and support AB Barber on that. Anthony Barber.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's get into some advertising.
If you would like to promote your business, your product, or your event, you can do that right here on Deliberate Discussions each and every week. And also during the weekday, we will run your ads on our page on YouTube and all social media outlets. Please give me a call, 561-325-1488, or you can email deliberategmail.com, and we will be more than happy to promote your business, your product, or your upcoming event.
Okay. Good. So let's get into these topics for tonight. Y'all ready? Comments? Y'all ready? I see y'all down there. Josh say, "Who this person?" Josh, he talking to you, Vicky. Like, Hopper, who this woman?
So I can't comments,
Mhm.
but I'm ready to get into this. I really am. So
All right. Well, I'm going to start with the first one. Let's get into a little bit of white privilege.
uh,
I think that's the an appropriate way of saying it. What you think, Fred?
oh yeah, definitely get into this alpha.
Okay, because what she did was like, wow.
You call him a nigger, the child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger?
She said,
Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
She said,
No, we laugh at it, and the whole incident is so not funny, but the way and that what this heifer raised money off of that racist.
Friend, this lady put up an account on this put up this whole bio on this account that's something similar to GoFundMe, and in this whole thingy, she claimed to be the victim and her white tears and what happened. And she has to now protect her family and she's not safe and she's asking for donations to help them move. Do you know this heifer has collected over. Hello? Did you come back? Did something happen? Oh,
Yeah, my
you added another stream. Hold on.
hold
Um,
on.
is that better? Want me to click the other one?
Hold on.
Talk. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Vicky.
Okay. Is that better? I'm trying to leave on my phone, but I can't. Okay, how's that?
Okay, perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, there I go with my love, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Y'all know my left eye messed up.
Okay. So this heifer people have donated to her and she has collected over $700,000.
Almost $1 million.
Almost
Nasty.
$1 million. So I saw a clip of an episode of Piers Morgan where this particular story became a topic of conversation about why is it that we have a First Amendment right for freedom of speech, and why is it
Mhm.
that if a white person says something or call a black person the N-word is now deemed as racist, but black people can say XYZ, call them honky, call them crackers,
Cracker and all this other stuff.
and
Yeah.
it's not a problem. But then on the show, this lady was talking about it. She said this white lady, she wanted to live in a country where she's free to say whatever it is that she wants to say and everything and not be deemed as racist. So
Mhm.
Piers Morgan actually gave this woman the permission on live television to say the N-word. And there was a black commentator there that went absolutely bonkers. Like, I don't give this woman permission to use this word to make me feel uncomfortable being the only person of color on this panel and
Mhm.
everything. I mean, it was absolutely insane. But I'm still I'm just in total shock how she can do what she did and she can cry these white tears. She's now the victim, and now she can collect over $700,000.
I don't understand that. And here's my thing. If you go to the comments of this video, some people are comparing it to the Carmelo Anthony story, which deliberate discussions, we purposely have not commented on that story or done a piece on that story just so our viewers know. But we will.
We will.
We will. Um, and what they don't understand is the Carmelo Anthony incident. Apparently, I don't think that wasn't about racism at all.
It wasn't about racism.
Totally different, and they're comparing this woman to what happened in that situation. No, this is a racist white woman, and she has not one, but she's got 2 children
Exactly.
that she's raising, and she's a scammer.
Yeah, she's totally a scammer.
She's a scammer.
When
She's doing this to raise money.
when she told him to mind his business, she was like, "Girl, I lost it."
A monkey, an albino monkey. That's what she's acting like, an albino monkey.
So the young kid that she actually called the N-word was actually a 5-year-old kid with autism.
Yeah,
And
and that's another thing.
correct. And she alleged that the child went into the bag and stole something that belonged to her child. And it's a kid.
It's a child. It's a child. That's what children do. Haven't you? When you were 5 or 6, hell, even 10. When it took something from another kid that wasn't yours, we all do that. But that gave her no right to say what she said to this child,
That is very true.
an autistic child. And we just came out of National Autistic Awareness Month,
Correct.
and she does this. Like, this is what our autistic children have to put up with from grown folk.
Correct. So the police, they say that there is an open investigation as to what's happened, and then also they're also investigating into these donations that she's collecting.
And she shouldn't even be allowed to collect $700,000.
It's a lot of money.
Like, are you serious? Like, how is this even possible?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Her
down.
ass needs to be put in jail. She's a scammer.
Let me see. Josh and I are probably one of 4 other black families that live in the community that we in. Girl, I'm gonna go down here to the park and claim racism.
I
And
ain't
put me-
seen none of y'all in that neighborhood but you and Josh. I done been on. I'm sorry. Anybody who was at that in the house, raise your hand if y'all didn't see any more black folk. Cause listen, I started going rub a little mud on my face because I started to blend in with them.
And some other ones out here, girl. I'm finna get little man and we going down the street to the park and
Well, they
somebody
must have been in the corner store or something downtown because I ain't seen nobody out there that look even remote other than y'all visitors.
Okay, girl, I want to play victim at this point and get me about 7. I know I can get about 500 out of him.
Your next door neighbor, he was nice though.
Yeah, Kevin is really
He
nice.
was- oh, that's his name, Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
But yeah, so what do you think, Fred? This is a crazy story.
I don't know. It is. It's very crazy. I'm gonna do some more research on this because we just literally pulled this one up like an hour before the show started. I just feel sorry for her kids.
Mhm.
This is what she's instilling into her children.
That is true.
And this is how racism continues to flourish in this country and everywhere else. You know, I mean, this was, their grandfathers, instilled this, during slavery. And this is what these kids are taught. They are taught to hate
Yeah.
and that it's okay to pick. But God forbid, she has another child or her children have an autistic child. They're going to look back on this and be like, you know what? My mom said you're a nigger. I mean, you going to call your own child a nigger?
And it's so funny because they're so comfortable in a world of, they want to be in a world just by themselves where
Exactly.
exists.
Exactly.
I saw this other video when I was flying home today, and the video had this white woman calling this young black girl the N-word as well. And the girl confronted her and she was like, well, the white lady excuse of using that word or saying this to this black girl was, well, Trump is the president now and it's okay.
Okay.
That's what she said. I said, what? She said, what?
Listen, I pierced my lips. I wish a bitch would.
Okay.
And see, this is why we have to go over to YouTube full time, y'all. Because my mouth and his mouth are so reckless sometimes. It's just triggers. And honestly, I wish a bitch would.
Yeah. So Josh and I had to go to the county clerk office to deal with some stuff about our home. And when we walked in, and I'm an observer, so I pay attention to some of my surroundings. But in this, and you know where we live, we in rural Illinois and everything, away from Chicago. We're from Chicago, but I noticed just looking around this clerk's office, it was all white women. There wasn't a man, there wasn't a person of color, there wasn't anybody in this office. But
so y'all not in Cook County?
No, we're in Kendall County.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I say that to say, and it made me think, looking at this office full of white women that's looking through this glass at 2 black gay men standing here asking questions. What are they thinking? What's going through their head? And do you know the funny thing is, before we got there, as we were approaching the building, Josh had to have this talk with me. He's like, babe, I need you to be calm.
Okay.
It's in the courthouse. I don't want you to go off on nobody. You go to jail and everything and stuff.
They got a holding cell right downstairs, child. Just take me now, because
okay. Yes. So, but yes,
if they open their motherfucking mouth, whatever they thinking, they better keep it to themselves.
Exactly. Well, Fred, let me say this. This is something I was regretting, but Chicago finally made. You saw my response to you?
I got your ass today, didn't I? Oh, Lord. Oh, I got you today, baby. Yeah, I said, I hope he ain't in the air when I show him this. I hope he ain't up in the air, and when he do, baby, and get that phone off airplane mode, I hope he just fall to the ground.
I said, damn.
I said, well. Look at him. Chicago, Illinois done made it to the list.
But you know what? The funny thing is, we made it based on things that we have actually reported on previously.
Don't make no excuse. Don't make no excuse. You talked about Florida. Now let's talk about y'all ass.
All right, hold on.
Y'all rude.
This Chicago man says he did the unthinkable when he discovered alleged squatters in his property. He decided to move in with them. Marco Velasquez is the owner of this Southside property, which is on the market to be sold. He says his realtor came by with a potential buyer, but there was already people inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Velasquez says a woman named Charmaine and her boyfriend Codero moved in, claiming they recently purchased the property. He says the couple showed police this mortgage document, but Cook County confirms they don't see this mortgage on record. Velasquez's realtor recorded this video as the couple explained to police they had a right to be there.
Y'all bogus right now. I listen, bro.
He says police told them under Illinois' current law they couldn't remove anyone.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. I called a couple of friends, stay overnight, and I knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes.
Velasquez says he, his wife, and their friends got a few air mattresses and spent the night with the alleged squatters.
We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
The next morning, he says he realized they were not budging.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Velasquez says they negotiated. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement, and he paid them $4,300 to leave.
We wouldn't want to give them money, but we heard, really bad stories about squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year.
Velasquez says weeks later, a CPD detective called them, informing them that one of the alleged squatters is the same woman accused of squatting in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home after leaving his property. In the Lee's case, Charmaine Powell Gillard was arrested and charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification, and criminal residential trespassing. In the meantime, Velasquez says he's working with a detective, and he hopes action is taken in his case, too.
I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
The accused squatter, Charmaine Powell Gillard, said claims that she is a squatter are false and unfounded, and wrote, quote, innocent until proven guilty. We also reached out to her alleged boyfriend, Codero, but have not heard back. CPD did not confirm if they are currently investigating this new case, and no one has been arrested.
Girl, you was gonna give them $4,000 for you?
Not 4,000, 43. Where they get $4,300 though? That's an odd amount, right? You asked for even 8,000, and he gave them 4,300.
Friend.
Chicago, shout out to y'all. Chicago, shout out to y'all.
Friend,
That's a quick come up.
would you have given him that money?
Hell no.
Would you have moved?
I wouldn't have gave them a Big Mac and $4.30. Okay.
Would you have moved in with them?
Hell no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I was like, what? He moved in. But you know what? To be honest with you, I will say that's some petty shit that I will do.
Move in.
Girl, I tell you, won't none of us get no sleep in this bitch.
Listen, I would have bought my vicious dogs in there or something. I would have rented some dogs and bought dogs or something in there. I wouldn't have moved in with them to my air mattress and all of this. I mean, he watching the door and everything, but come on, Chicago. You gave up $4,300 to get me out.
I'm gonna say this, just like my husband said. Well, technically, we live in Yorkville, so.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, Mr. Williams, Yorkville, Mr. Williams / Parker. Get it right, Vicky. I'm sorry, Mr. Parker. You live in Yorkville.
I will say this. I want to most definitely give the city of Chicago city council. They have passed a bill to move forward, and it needs to go into full session to be voted on to change the squatter laws in Cook County, which is where Chicago's located. And under that proposal, police would be able to remove squatters from someone's property on the spot if the owner can prove they own the property rightfully.
And this law has not gone into effect as of yet.
Not as of yet. It's been voted in by committee, and it's going to the full floor to be voted on.
Okay, when is this going to be taking place?
I don't have a date when it's going to happen, but I know it was just on the news last week, so I'm sure it's going to happen soon.
Josh, can you please give me a buddy pass? I'm going to go out there and make me a few $1,000s and come back. If they giving up $4,300 that easily, I'm moving from one house to the next, squatting.
Okay.
If it look empty, I'm going to stay. Baby, I'm bringing my book bag. I'm coming.
But the thing about it is, this same couple has been arrested previously for doing the same
For
thing.
the same thing. For the same, but obviously no one thought to do anything about it and report it except this guy. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, I thought Florida had it with the driver's license scam, but baby, the squatter scam takes the cake, Chicago.
Let me ask
Come
you this.
on, Illinois. Come on, come through.
With you being into real estate, what can you say to our viewers if they have a home that they're not living in that's currently up for sale? What can they do for themselves to protect themselves from squatters?
I would honestly say get hurricane impact windows and make sure that that property is barricaded, like Alcatraz, to be honest with you. I mean, so nobody can get in through any means. Like hurricane impact windows are very hard to break in, and if you have locks on them, no one's living in those properties. So it check with your county first to see what the laws is for excuse me, for barricading those properties. Bars I know are illegal here in the state of Florida, I believe. Excuse me. But I would say lock the property down as best you can.
Mhm. I also heard that it is when you do have a home up for sale that you should not put a for sale sign up in the yard to avoid that.
Yes and no. It depends on what neighborhood you're in, only because how are you going to sell the property for passerbyers? The only way that they can really see that the house is for sale or that they may want it is to go to the NMLS. And if you don't have access to the NMLS, how are you going to know that that property is up for sale?
Mhm.
But what I also would recommend is that if homeowners, if you do have a property that you're selling, hire a property manager, and hire a property manager to go by there on a daily basis, a day, every other day, at different times. Turn on have a porch light on, have lights on in the house, make it look like somebody's home. Even put like Alexa in there, put cameras in there, inside and outside the property. Play music, make it seem like the TV is on, something. There's a lot that you can do to deter squatters.
Correct. I like what Pam said. I would have had 20 people move in. I swear to God, you right, Pam. We would have been in that thing deep. You hear what I say? We all gonna be
I
in
would
here.
have bought some bed bugs.
Yeah.
And I'd have put them all over the place. I'd have sprinkled them bitches all over the place. I really would. I'd have got bed bugs and fleas from somewhere. I'd have went, like Pam said, go downtown and get 20 bums. 20 homeless people, because there's plenty of them downtown. Migrants, y'all need somewhere to stay. Come with me. Okay, move a whole family. I'd have did anything to get them out. I wouldn't have gave them no $4,300.
No, ain't no way in hell I would give them that kind of money. I'm like, you set up a contract with them, but y'all agreed to $4,000.
Look, Josh, to my Lord knows they better bring their ass.
Just way too far.
I don't think they know where Yorkville is. And
They don't.
That's a long walk from Chicago, Josh, because it was a long drive for us.
Yeah, the train don't even go this far.
Yeah, okay, right? Like,
I got to go to a whole nother city to catch the damn train.
Look, my daughter was driving when we went for came for y'all wedding, and she's like, "Well, damn, Mom, where they living?" I said, "We are, according to this, we almost there." She like, "You said that 30 minutes ago."
Okay. Side note, since you said wedding, just a small interruption before we move forward. Josh and I celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary on Monday, May 5th.
Yes.
So it's been an amazing year, I will say. It's been, we've had
pretty fast.
It has gone really, really fast. I will say we've had our share of ups and downs, but I can say it's made our love so much more stronger. Marriage is not easy, and marriage is not for the weak. But I will say only the strong survive. So I would not want to go through this with any other person than Joshua Williams Parker.
Oh, that is is so sweet. And I'm glad I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm not there, but y'all know it.
Great to make me drop my damn computer.
I mean, but yeah, happy anniversary to y'all again. Beautiful wedding. I
Thank
still go back and look at the pictures. I still got my champagne glass. I got my pictures from the photo booth, and listen, that Popeyes was good, baby. I don't give a damn what nobody say, baby. That Popeyes was good.
Hey, Vicky, I'm gonna be like the white woman. If y'all want to donate and send us a little GoFundMe or something.
You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of that when I was there when we did that. That was a good idea, but we need to everybody, if y'all watching, especially the Parkers and the Williamses. Excuse me, y'all.
That's all right, friend. It happens.
I'm eating watermelon with this stuff here.
Oh God, Jesus.
I love me some tahini, y'all. Excuse me. But no, we need to get together and do something for y'all because 1 year, I mean, it seems like y'all been married a lifetime. That went by quick. It did. It went by so quick.
Yeah, it does seem
And
like a time, but I will say he's an amazing husband.
that was the most talked about wedding man ever. Like, we still talking about it. I ain't gonna even lie.
Oh, well, I'm glad y'all
What you
enjoyed
eating?
yourself.
As long as we had the top shelf liquor flowing, you know what? Well, yeah, you're right.
Vicky,
You're right.
when I tell you that man bought so much goddamn liquor, we still got liquor in this house.
I know because y'all ended up having a party. But listen, no, the night before the wedding, who the hell made them damn mimosas?
I think Pam did. She on here. Pam
Damn,
probably.
you got them purple mimosas. What was that? I must listen. I kid you not. I probably had me about 30 mimosas that night.
Pam did.
And then I think they was drinking. I think they had. Was it Douce they had?
Oh no. Do you
I
know
don't know.
Vicky, when Pam come up here to visit, she sends Amazon packages to this house with her little glitter and her stuff, her drinks and all this stuff. Girl, what is this?
Listen, and them grits. I don't
Okay.
even eat grits, but them grits with that Gouda cheese. Oh my, the food!
Yeah,
Like we literally waited in the kitchen for the food.
and I'm really, really glad that you all enjoyed yourselves. And I will say, I thank Pam from the bottom of my heart because
Oh, she did an awesome job.
she was responsible for the brunch. She put it on. That was her gift to us. And we are so grateful for everything that she did for that brunch for us.
Yeah.
So thank you, Pam. What she say? Oh, Vicky,
Yeah,
I had to stop and get a snack.
Pam, baby, you did your thing. Who is the guy that cooked all that food though?
That's
And
Pam's
Pam was in the kitchen. Even the bacon, what kind of bacon was that?
That was Pam's nephew, who's a chef in DC.
Oh my God. Like, did he bring like gourmet bacon? I mean, that wasn't no ordinary Oscar Mayer. That was something else. Them grits and that bacon. And then I heard it was macaroni and cheese. I had got a little cone of the macaroni and cheese. I was so mad.
Girl.
It was all gone. He said as soon as he put it out, it was gone.
Wow. But all right. But thank you guys for the happy anniversary. So we're going to move on in the show. And speaking of food, this next story is extremely important. And I sent this to my co-host and was like, we really, I mean, when I saw this story, it literally ran my blood pressure up. And I was like, we really need to discuss this because the people need to know about this. So hold on. So Fred, thank you for being a team sport about this particular story. Oh, that's not it. Hold on a second. Oh, no. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, there you go.
You got it?
Yeah, there you go, babe.
He says he was forced to make old food look fresh. That's why he secretly recorded his supervisor admitting tampering with best before dates is industry standard.
Every store does the same thing. All the other stores do the same.
At his home, Safari demonstrates what he says is done at work. He takes cheesecakes weeks past their best before dates, adds new toppings, and sells as fresh.
I decorate it, and I'm selling expired stuff for
In a national online call-out, Marketplace hears from grocery workers at smaller stores and big chains, sharing stories of food tampering. He used to work in a Toronto area supermarket. He shows us how he was told to give old meat new life.
If it's like this, we would dabble in a little bit of blood, throw it into the meat mincer with some redder meats, and then all together it would make it look red. And then we put it back up on the shelf.
At the University of Guelph, a microbiologist simulated what grocery insiders told us they do. He discovered toxins and bacteria linked to serious illness.
It goes beyond ethics, doesn't it? It goes to safety and things like that.
Loblaw says it's investigating and plans to take action.
That is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Oh, that's so nasty.
That
See, this is one of the reasons why I'm limiting the red meat.
Uh-huh.
Remember the video I sent you about the lamb? You're not sure if it's really lamb or
Yes.
not. But what they're doing, like, I already get suspicious when I'm in Publix, and Publix is a good grocery store. I mean, I buy Publix meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I get suspicious when I be looking at that seasoned hamburger. They have seasoned like meals, stuff that's already seasoned.
Yeah,
Like, why so much seasoning on it? So why so much paprika on it?
Yeah.
You know, because paprika makes it look dark, and I'm like, what they covering up? I'm suspicious like that.
Yeah, I did hear when they do that, that mean it's either at the expiration point or near it. And that's the way that they sell it faster. But then also I heard about even with the fruit section, when you see like those fruits that's cut up in those plastic thingies, when they chopped them up, that stuff is expired as well. Yeah, I've heard so many different stories about excuse me, about what they do in these stores to pretty much affect us as consumers. I mean, we're literally paying for this stuff and we're eating this stuff, you know, with the thought process that, okay, this stuff is actually good for us. It's not expired, you know, but unfortunately they're duping us behind the scenes.
That is so nasty. But aren't there laws against that with the USDA?
It is, but again, there's plenty of laws out there, but there's ways of getting around it. Just like when we go to Publix or we go to Joe Osco or we go to a Walmart and stuff, and you go to the bakery section. Just like he just showed you what they do to the cheesecakes.
And that's another thing with the cheesecake. I would never have guessed they would do that to desserts. Like, see, now I'm second guessing like the carrot cake at Publix. It'd be so good.
Yeah.
It'd be so good. And then, but you know, it sometimes you get a piece that's kind of dry in the center. And I'd be like, well, dang, well, it looked good, but why it tastes like that? Cheesecake? And they used to have a good pineapple cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got to question the people in the bakery. How long it's been out?
Yeah. Because they have the ability to change those tags, friend. I mean, it's just like you see the little thing they have up there on the little counter and they press the button. So they have the ability to change the tags. And then they rotate it from the front to the back and all that stuff. So I always say, if you're going to grab something, grab it from the back, because the newer product will be in the back. The older product will always be in the front.
I wonder if Whole Foods do that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You shop at Whole Foods? You probably do.
I do.
Target probably do that too.
Well, Target, I mean, unfortunately, Target hasn't been our places of shopping lately. So
I know that credit card. I know that credit card crying.
I don't even know why you mentioned it, because now you're gonna make me all upset. I think that was just a jab. Every
time I pass by Costco, every time I pass by Target on my way home, I think of you, friend.
Well,
every time.
Just know that Josh and I have been doing very good in staying out of Target.
Oh, that's wonderful. That credit card ought to be paid off pretty good now.
Our new store of choice is Costco.
Hey, Pam said that's where that bacon came from, baby. That bacon is good. I got to get a membership to Costco. I have Sam's.
Yeah, we love Costco.
And don't get on me about Sam's, because
no, teach his own.
Don't make me talk about a special fish fillet sandwich with somebody, but okay.
but yeah, so guys, and more of the story, just be careful, ask questions when you are going to these grocery stores. inspect these packages a lot closer just to ensure that, you know, the dates haven't been tampered with. There hasn't been one label removed and a new one put over it and things like that. So, and it's okay to ask questions. For one, it's your money, and for two, it's your health. And you want to ensure that you are not consuming something that's been expired and they're now reselling it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
Man,
well,
I'm gonna stop eating red meat.
so Pam actually works in a grocery store, and she just confirmed. She said, "Yeah,
Oh,
they take meat that's about to expire and put seasoning on it to sell it."
see, and Pam, that's why I'm very suspicious of that meat that they have seasoned. I mean, Publix be having hamburger meat, chicken, steak, pot roast. They have all of this stuff seasoned over there, and I be like, why they got so much paprika on it?
Oh, and did she say, "Yep, especially the fruit"?
And see the fruit, like how can they do the fruit like that? The fruit is gonna go bad, right? I don't understand how can they do the fruit.
They cut it up to try to sell it faster, but let me tell you something. We love pineapples in this house, and we've always buying them chopped up pineapples in them little containers up front. Lord, this child got a whole thing of watermelon.
With my tahini.
Okay.
Yes, baby. You know, Ozempic won't let me be great, so I gotta eat what I can. I gotta force myself to eat. So
Wow. So yeah, just most definitely, you know, be on the lookout, stay alert about the food that we're purchasing. But friend, let's talk about some lazy ass garbage men.
oh my God, this you know what? This pisses me off, and they black ass need to be fired.
Okay, no, because Donald's in office, and a lot of those have been cut. Yeah, which is true. A lot of the protections that were in place have been cut when it comes to
Okay.
food and stuff. So, you know, those stupid motherfuckers. Don't get me started over there.
Yep, so we gotta go to YouTube.
Okay. Sorry.
I just can't stop reiterating that enough.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you should have went back, Patty. You should have played that from the beginning.
Oh, she gonna come out.
Do you guys care if I put them in the section we have is taken? I'm a bit kind of gross. Say that again? Can I dump them in then? Sure.
Lord have mercy, that child was crying.
When I tell you, Fred, they asses stood up there and watched this woman.
Yeah, with his hand on his hip, dog, you know that can't be Florida.
Fred, first of all, why she put that baby down in that grass like that?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back. Connie say Publix will refund you when you are unhappy. I heard that about Publix. Not to get off this story, but I'm going back to the last story. I heard that about Publix because some lady bought back a box of cereal that she had eaten like 3/4 of a way down, and the milk she had drank like halfway, and they took it back. But thanks for that, Connie. I appreciate that.
And Costco would take back some bread I bought two years ago if I wanted it to. Costco would take a whole sofa. Costco will take anything back as long as they can pull it up on the account. You ain't even got to have a goddamn receipt. They can pull up your account and see that you bought it. Costco would take a whole goddamn sofa you bought 5 years ago back without a question.
I think we got a story on that too.
Yes, they will.
I think we got a story on that one too.
They will. They absolutely will.
I need to listen. Sam's Club, y'all days is numbered.
Okay.
I ain't been in there since the all of this happened. But y'all days is numbered.
Okay. But Fred, why did she sit that baby down that grass like that?
You know what? I felt, and the baby just screaming, Jesus. You know what? Brown folks, we got to do better. Come on, brothers. Y'all, and he gonna sit there with his hand on his hip on that truck. Like, you know what? Go ahead then. You know, and then the other one just standing back watching her. That is such a disgrace.
And she say, "Do not eat the cut fruit. Cut your own." Oh my Lord, Pam, girl.
Oh my God, I ain't cut a watermelon in years.
Okay, we keep going back to this.
I shouldn't be eating this.
You shouldn't be eating it. No. Gotta
Damn.
finish it. Friend.
Damn.
Friend. Focus.
Remember Fred Sanford? I'm getting rid of the mofongo.
Okay.
I'm getting rid of the watermelon.
So listen, so out here where we live, we are billed every other month for our water, sewage, trash, pickup, and everything, right? So when the bill comes, it's always an arm and a leg because like the water portion is probably like average like $60 a month, but then all the other fees, taxes,
Garbage, sewer.
all makes the bill almost $300. So
Now, do y'all pay taxes annually for that? Because I know in some counties here in Florida, they pay for garbage, sewer, all of that stuff, trash removal. They pay annual property taxes on that kind of stuff.
well, I thank my husband for his services.
Oh.
My husband is a veteran, so in the state of Illinois, due to him being a veteran, 100%, we don't pay property taxes. So thank you.
Oh my God! Really?
Thank you for your services, babe.
Thank you for your service, Joshua.
But yeah, so the bill is like an arm and a leg. So if I ever saw these bastards pass by my goddamn trash can and I come storming out this goddamn house, like y'all know how much money I pay for y'all to pick this stuff up. But wait a minute, friend. If you have in our county, your bags have to be in the trash can. Everything you have has to be in the trash bins. If it can't fit in the trash bins, if you have extra bags of stuff outside of the trash bins, you have to get these little tags from the store. And I think these tags cost about $2.50 a piece. And if those bags that you have sitting beside the trash can don't have a tag on it, they're not going to pick it up. And I'm like, we have to pay all this money, but we still got to get tags for additional trash that don't fit inside the can.
So aren't they allowed to get extra trash cans?
No. So mind you, you were here for our wedding and the huge
Right.
brunch that we had. Do you know how long it took to get that goddamn trash out here?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Y'all had a lot of garbage.
We had a lot of garbage.
It was a lot.
I thank God for my mother-in-law because she was here after the fact and she helped get that.
Ooh, Mama Jackie stayed for a few days.
Mama Jackie helped me
Ooh.
break them boxes down, get that trash out to that road, them tags on it. When I say my mama-in-law is the MVP, she
Man, I feel bad because we stayed an extra day too. I would have came and helped.
it
No, I
was so much trash.
Y'all live too far out there.
But we had to get these tags to put on it. And I'm just like, we have to pay all this stuff, but then you have garbage men that's like these men in this video that's lazy as hell.
You know what? I wonder if they were fired. They had to be. Not just written up. They had to be fired for that.
You know why I doubt it? Because they're probably union workers.
That lady put that baby in the grass and that baby was just screaming. But if she had 2 garbage pails, and how is it that they're too heavy? It's 2 of y'all for a reason. Am I right or wrong?
You're right, but also keeping in mind that they're protected. You get what I'm saying? You know, and you see they stood right there with their hands on their hips.
With waste management here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they stood right there with their hands on their hips and they ain't gave a damn. They think twice about it. And when she finished, they got on their truck and went up out their business.
Get their jobs to the Mexicans.
Oh,
don't send the Mexicans back. Get them jobs to the Mexicans. Because see, it's reasons like that some people don't need, some brown folks don't need no job.
Mm-hmm.
Get a job to the Mexicans. They'll take it. They'll move the trash.
Oh, she said they don't wash it off before.
Oh, Pam, come on now. Cut it out.
We moving on. So
I don't even want the damn watermelon no more. God dang, Pam.
What'd she say? He said they probably was up in Trump's district. What, Josh? What?
Not talking about them black men.
Yeah, they probably were. But listen, so this next
you know what? Josh, you right. I'm sorry, Thaddeus. You right, Josh. They probably thought she was a Trump supporter.
That's true, because they stood right there with their hands on their hips and they ain't gave a damn.
Pam said I get my watermelon a bath before I cut it. I ain't cut no real watermelon so long. I ain't cut no real nothing, no real pineapple. I don't cut fruit except a mango. That's the only thing I really cut up. A fresh mango. And if the chunks look okay, I just buy the chunks. I'm lazy. But I love me some tahini, y'all. And some chamoy. I put chamoy on everything, like my grapes. Now, I do wash my grapes. Yeah, I do wash my grapes.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
So, friend, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this last story.
Which one is this? Let me see. Go ahead and play it. Oh, okay.
Man is behind bars tonight, charged with killing his wife, not allegedly with a gun or a knife, but by giving her AIDS.
Fox 5's Kevin Stewart joins us live from the Rockdale County Jail in Conyers with the story. Kevin?
The victim here was diagnosed with cancer, but soon doctors realized she had more than cancer. She had AIDS, and that's why her husband is here at the Rockdale County Jail. This is Denise and Cleveland Brody, married in 2014 after meeting at a Christmas party 2 years prior. These were better times.
And she loved this man. She really, really loved him.
But Cleveland Brody is now accused of violating his wife's trust, the family's faith. Rockdale County deputies have charged him with murdering Denise Brody, knowingly infecting her with HIV, his status completely unknown to her. She died in 2022 at 65.
And how long did she live after the diagnosis?
2 days.
She put him out when she found out he was cheating on her. And she loved him so much that she actually allowed him to come back, asked him to take a test because he's out there. And he was smart enough to know that it would not get picked up.
Prosecutors first charged the husband in 2023 with only reckless conduct HIV, but the family pushed for murder and did the detective work to share with authorities.
Get evidence of the fact that he had it before he met my mother.
2 years later, now her stepfather is charged with felony murder.
Because at any time he could have told her, I have this, and gave her the right to make the decision on whether or not she wanted to stay with him.
And one of the reasons why this is so tough for the family is because AIDS is no longer a death sentence. They're encouraging people to be tested for all STDs. Reporting live in
My God, my God, my God. People, men and women, please get to know your partners. I know you may love your husbands that you put out or your wives that you put out, but when they come back, you don't know what they was out there doing, who they were out there doing it with. Get tested. When you get into new relationships, don't just give it up. People can't have one night stands like they did back in the day. It's people with HIV that go undetected for years. And do your research on HIV, because people who have HIV, even though they may be undetected, whoever they sleep with, that person they slept with can get full-blown AIDS. And it's unfortunate. This lady, young lady, I'm gonna say she's a young lady. Okay? She fought and beat cancer twice just to be killed by the AIDS virus 2 days later after finding out. Put his ass under the jail. Cut his penis off. Cut his tongue out his mouth. I despise people like that. This lady beat cancer not once, but twice, Thadrick, just to be killed by this man. Now, why the hell would he come back to her? And she had to have a good heart. She had to.
Yeah, she did. And I like how you started this story by saying men and women. You may love your husband or your wife or whatever, but it's important that you go get tested together for one. I do want to say that people are so uneducated when it comes down to HIV and AIDS. People instantly think, oh, if you're HIV positive, that you can transmit something on to me. Well, just a fact that if you are HIV positive, your viral load is extremely low, and it's a very low risk of you transmitting the disease onto someone else when you are undetectable with HIV. Undetectable, that's the key word. When you have AIDS, yes, there's a very high risk of transmitting the disease onto someone else. But again, at the end of the day, it's extremely important, especially with anyone, man, woman, boy, or girl, getting into a relationship. It's important to have those type of conversations about your health, about, sexually transmitted diseases, going and being tested together. So that something like this can be prevented. It's so often that people tend to get into these relationships and they're afraid to have these type of conversations when it comes down to sexually transmitted diseases, but we are in a day and age, just like the family, the young lady's, her daughter at the end of this video said that, they could have had this conversation and she could have made the decision herself. Is this something that she wanted to be in? But he made that decision for her. And also keep it in mind, HIV is no longer a death sentence. There's so much drugs, that's happened, that's progressed over the years, that you don't have to live in fear being HIV positive. But it's also unfortunate that so many people are so uneducated when it comes down to the virus. Now, this is a very unfortunate situation that this man made a decision for this woman. But then also, when I look deeper into the comments into this story, there was some of the most ignorant comments. And I want to say this because I want to address this misconception. Every time when someone think about, or the word HIV or AIDS come up, they associate it with someone being gay.
Yes.
Okay. You uneducated Black motherfuckers. And it's always us. And I put emphasis on Black motherfuckers, uneducated. Y'all need to shut y'all goddamn mouth if y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
That's true. Do you research?
Shut your damn mouth. Y'all be the ones that screaming from the goddamn mountaintop and don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Be quick to run up in somebody or let somebody run up in them raw as hell.
Exactly. It's when I look through these comments,
it was I'm telling you, I really wanted to go under each one and say you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna post certain comments. I just got so disgusted with reading the comments. People really need to learn more about HIV and AIDS. There are so many medications for people, and you see the commercials all the time. People living with HIV since the late 80s, 90s. These are people living with HIV undetected because there are medications that they take. Some of them 1 pill a day. Some 1 a week. There's lots of medication.
The medication has gotten so advanced, friend, where there's now
that too.
that you take every other month. You get what I'm saying? But then also keeping in mind that you can be in a healthy marriage, a healthy relationship with someone that's HIV positive. You can still be negative and remain negative by taking PrEP. You understand that we have these? It infuriated me just to see the level of Black people that's so ignorant and so uneducated, and they're so quick to point the finger, and we're so, and I'm just like, it's always us that just look so fucking stupid.
I can't even say what to blame that on, the stupidity. Like I said, it's not a gay disease. It's not a gay disease. You can get AIDS by blood transfusions. I mean, you can kiss somebody. It's not transmitted through saliva. It's not transmitted from sweat in a person's hand. It's transmitted through sexual fluids and blood. Fluids that come outside from inside your body. That's how it's transmitted. It's not saliva is in our bodies. We need saliva naturally Okay, it's not transmitted by saliva. There is no known test that says HIV or AIDS is transmittable by saliva.
And then most people don't understand that people that are HIV positive are 10 times more healthier
Come
than
on
somebody
now.
that's not.
They really are. They really are.
But they be so quick with like, oh my God, this person got okay. What's
Now,
the
what got
problem?
me in the interview with the daughter, she said the mom asked him to go and get tested, but he knew he was going to be undetected. And that is a lesson to some of you, that there are medications that will allow you to remain undetected. This is why I would suggest, whatever relationship you are in, go to your doctors together. Okay, go in that room and ask that doctor, how long has he been going to you? Because if he just started going to you 2 weeks ago and made this appointment just to come on here, baby, I want to go to your original, I want to go to your regular doctor you've been going to. Okay?
Correct. Now, also keeping in mind that people need to understand that there are people that's dying from 10 times more from high blood
Yes,
pressure,
stroke, heart
diabetes,
attack,
obesity, stroke, heart attacks, all this type of stuff, dementia, all these things. Ain't nobody dying from
aneurysm.
HIV.
A friend of mine
Okay.
just recently had an
It's
aneurysm
like,
in her sleep.
get yourself, educate yourself before you
Yeah,
go
and
speak
don't
publicly
stop
on
judging
something.
people. Honestly, it's people that
Exactly.
I know that
And
should have been
then
dead a long time ago. If you go by what the brown folks say, what the Negro news say out there. Right now, I can count on
correct.
my hand 3 people from the city of Delray that should have been dead a long time ago.
Exactly. And when I tell y'all, the comments were so nasty, so despicable in the fact that it was all coming from
But
black
did you
people.
see most of the pictures of those people and the names? And this is why I say, I told this, I said this on somebody's post. Real people use their real names. Okay? You don't go under people with on social media that have these names that they use these nicknames or whatever.
Big booty Judas and all this bullshit.
How can I expect you to keep it real with me when you can't keep it real with yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, my name Vicky Horton on Facebook. Okay? Y'all know me as Vicky Brooks, Vicky Horton. That's all you ever really knew me as. Okay? That's it.
But also, at the end of the day, just to end this story, stop judging.
And that's a big thing. Stop judging people.
And you know what? It's so funny because I take such pride in cussing you bastards out. I do. I take pride, respectfully, happily. When y'all judge, I cannot stand a judgmental person. I can't. And I will cuss they mammy out.
Yeah, he will.
I can't stand it. I hate a judgmental person. I hate it with a passion. A judgmental person, I can't stand it. It
never
grinds
liked
my
judgment.
gears. Who the hell are you to goddamn judge
He
somebody?
never liked judgment on. Judge your mammies. Don't judge us.
Okay, I'm just like,
Don't
what?
judge us. And even if you
Yeah.
and you know what, even if you decide to not, I mean, if you just decide to sleep, don't sleep with a person without having protection.
Yeah, protect
Okay,
yourself. It's simple.
if they ain't got no condom, baby, ain't no condom, no cookie.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
And you have to be you have to be very weary of somebody that wants to, that you just met and that has absolutely no problem whatsoever going raw dogging you, and they just met you and don't ask no questions about your health, no nothing or whatever. You be like,
And then y'all wonder why
But the
not
fact
only
that
AIDS, but y'all wonder why these people don't be wanting these babies.
correct. But also you have to be question yourself where you're okay with allowing somebody. But
Your moral.
yeah, but people tend to forget that HIV is not the only sexually transmitted
That
disease.
syphilis is something else.
You got syphilis, you got gonorrhea, you got chlamydia.
What's the
You
other
got
one
other
that gives the
things that
little blisters? Herpes. Jeez, they got, oh Lord. What's that new one that you got to get a vaccine for? Hemopapilloma, trichomoniasis.
Yeah.
My daughter, I know how to say that because my daughter did her report on trichomoniasis when she was in middle school, I believe, or high school. And
Yeah. So
just be careful out there, honey, because I'm gonna tell you, people are evil. This is a very evil world
And
that
don't
we are living in. It really is.
and don't put your mouth on just anything.
Uh-huh.
I said, don't put
I
your
know
mouth
you
just on
can't. I think I
anybody.
tell people that years ago. You just can't go around sucking on people. You can't go around sucking and licking on people, just anybody.
You can't go around kissing people. You can't go
You
around kissing
can't.
people.
Like, don't put your mouth on everything. Then your mama tell you, stop. Don't eat that.
Okay.
Get that out your mouth.
Yeah.
And ladies, stop spreading them for everybody. Just because he look good on the outside don't mean everything in him is good on the inside.
And men, stop thinking that you're supposed to insert your penis in
Yeah, you know
everybody
what I'm
that you
saying,
see.
fellas?
Man,
I mean, just because look, that package look real nice, but on the inside, it's just as foul as it can be. Y'all don't want that.
Correct.
We just here to try to protect y'all. You know, me personally, I don't want no man or no woman. Well, I'm lying, but you know what? Just be safe out there. This lady found out she died 2 days after she found out what happened. And I'm pretty sure she probably thought she was sick because of her cancer. And when she went to the doctor, she found out she had AIDS. And another unknown fact that y'all may not know, and if I have any medical professionals on here, just because you go to the hospital and they pull blood, they're not going to automatically test you for HIV or AIDS. I just want y'all to know that. They will not automatically. You have to tell them you suspect that you may have come in contact, been exposed or come in contact with someone who had AIDS. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm letting y'all know. And if there's medical professionals on here, please correct me if I'm wrong. But most hospitals will not, just because they're doing your blood work, that is not on your blood panel. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm telling y'all this. I was told this a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna go into our last thing for the night. That was a great. I'm glad that we talked about that, and
we needed that conversation.
And I hope that
we need to talk about
yeah.
sex. Let's talk about sex, baby.
People need
Oh yeah. Oh wait, but can we go? Listen, I know we running out of time, but we did start a little late. But I just wanted to know: did everybody see the Met Gala? Friend,
I have two favorites. My two favorites was Cardi B. I absolutely love what she had on. And my second was Janelle Monáe.
Okay. Cardi B. I got a whole list. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. Love them.
I'm so sick of Rihanna's fucking breeding these children like roaches.
Listen, I love A$AP Rocky. Did you see Damson Idris, the man who played Franklin Saint on Snowfall? Oh, that brother is so fine and chocolate. He did his thing.
There was some really,
but Whoopi Goldberg looked nice too.
She did.
And
she really,
I
really
love
did.
Cardi B. Now I'm gonna tell you. Now this, I didn't know this, but I said Cardi B and Angela Bassett's outfit looked alike. They both were designed by who that was? Burberry. Now even Andre 3000, he had on Burberry, but the piano was a bit much.
I love that piano. But no, I got it. I did understand it. I was like, okay.
The piano was I think it was too big. It took away from his outfit to me. I love me some Andre 3000. If you go and look at my pictures that I took in Atlanta, there's a mural that I stopped in front of with him and Big Boy. I love Outkast.
Now, one thing I did not understand what people was just so like, oh my God.
And
Donna Ross did nothing for me.
She shut it down though with that gown on.
Friend, the gown was something that she wore on stage at her goddamn concert.
But it was
nothing
beautiful.
Different
We hadn't seen it.
She had the same big hair. She had the same silver dress. She had this same white cape. I'm like, well, what? I mean, are y'all paying her homage because she's
That's
a legend?
what it was.
Okay, yes.
She had not been to the Met Gala since early 2000s.
got a lot of respect for her as a legend. But when you talk about what
Yeah.
was the concept
That
of
wasn't
the Met
it.
Gala,
That wasn't it. She was
missed.
the queen. But I'm gonna tell you, Lizzo looked beautiful. And y'all, let me tell you, y'all some rude people. Y'all cruel. Y'all talked about the lady sagging titties. That lady had just lost a lot of weight. One thing I love about Lizzo, she does not give a fuck what y'all say about her.
Girl, we done
Okay.
cussed up something
But
tonight. You know what I
baby,
said?
did you see Keke Palmer in the Vera Wang? Oh my God,
Yeah,
I
she
am
looked
so in love with her style and her grace.
Also, Tiana Taylor.
I missed her.
She looked good. Go ahead. And
Oh
Google it.
my
She looked really
God.
good.
There was just so many, even Lala Anthony was so classy. I don't think she fitted, but the theme of it was Black dandyism. And I looked up dandyism, and it goes all the way back to the Harlem Renaissance, where the Black people were in their zoot suits, and they was kind of like Harlem. No, not really Harlem Nights, but if y'all remember the beginning of Malcolm X, when he was wearing the suits and he was in the club and he put the perm in his head and all of that stuff. If y'all go back to Denzel Washington and that'll kind of give y'all an idea of dandyism. And there was a movement like in the, I think, late 1800s or 18th century, 19th century. But there was a movement with the Blacks, the Latinos, and everything. They did a march in New York. And that's how this style was born. And it just, we showed out, man. Y'all showed out.
And I want you to, and if I find it, I'll send it to you because I did see it. I ran across it by mistake, but Anna Wintour, who puts on the Met Gala every year, big glasses, all this stuff and everything. She did this interview and she spoke about Donald Trump and how she uninvited him from ever attending the Met Gala.
From ever?
She left no crumbs. If I find it again, and I meant to say that and send it to you, but if I find it, I will most definitely send it to you. But you have to hear this interview. She was like, I was like, damn, girl.
But let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Usher
you mean this?
Raymond and his date, baby, ate it up. Give me that. Give me that.
Okay.
Give me that. They ate it up.
Yeah, it was really, really good to see
Oh
our
my
people
God,
out.
it was amazing. I just couldn't get enough. And I got this big old 70-something inch TV now, and I just saw it in full color. It was just wonderful. Jaden Smith, as always, you do your thing, baby. They can call you weird, they can call you whatever, but they can't never say you ain't got no style, boo. Never.
Pam said Lewis Hamilton
Oh
and Diana
my
Ross.
God, Lewis Hamilton, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, and I need to see. I need to. Diana Ross is just. I was just like, girl, it's the same thing we see you all on the stage singing. I'm coming up, show. I'm like, girl,
What people don't realize, Chadwick Boseman, may his soul rest in peace. To me, his style has he would have been perfect for the Met Gala. May he rest in peace. But his style, and Janelle Monáe, she's always been that dandyism style for me. I love her. But what if Beyonce was there? I know.
She's on tour right now. I'll see her.
He would have shut
Saturday.
that shit down for real. That's the queen. And someone asked me today, who gives a better concert, Beyonce or Mary J. Blige? I told them, don't ever let that come out of their mouth again. Don't ever let that question come out of their mouth again. Ever.
It's two totally different types of.
I said, don't ever let that question come out of your mouth.
There was even no comparison
whatsoever. Mary J has never put on a concert for Beyonce. And Thaddeus, I'm not a Beyonce fan like you, but I had to send you that one clip that I had. I don't give a damn if them tickets cost $30,000, $3,000, or $30. B gonna give you your money, bro.
Yeah, she is. She most definitely is. She is. Okay. Well, all right then. Well, Pam said, but the Cape had her kids, games, and boys. Girl, I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn if she had Mandela. I wouldn't give a damn if she had Mandela embedded on it, girl. It was the same. It was the same cape we seen when she jumped her ass out that helicopter. Girl, I
that,
in the
Cedric.
rain.
How the hell you remember that?
Girl, I can go pull it up on YouTube. I wouldn't give a damn. It was the same thing, the same hair, everything. Ain't nothing changed. I don't kill a stylist because they should have did something
The
different.
hat was just wrong for the dress. It wasn't dandyism, to be honest with you.
It wasn't. It was just honestly, it was Diana
And
Ross.
she
It was
knew
a
that
moment.
because she
The
said her
queen.
son Evan
Correct.
told her to come at the last minute. So
Yeah,
she went in her
the
closet
queen
and
was there,
pulled
so
something out. But she was about. I mean,
Okay.
maybe I hope I ain't gonna say nothing, but that's okay. I ain't gonna go.
So, as we end the show, as we do every Monday, we play a little motivational
Every
piece.
Monday, today is
And
Thursday.
going
baby.
into every Wednesday, we play a motivational piece. And I want when you guys listen to, I want y'all to just really listen to the message. You know, don't look at the comedy in it, but just listen to the message, and you will most definitely get something out of this.
It's all right to sit around, be depressed for a minute, cry about it, do whatever you have to, but don't stay there too long. Get up and go on with your life. This is what I learned in all these years on this earth. If somebody want to walk out of your life, let them go. Especially if you know you done everything you can do, you done sat around and been the best man or the best woman you could be, and they still want to go, let them go. Whatever they running after, they'll see what they had in a minute, but by then it's going to be too late. Because you'll sit there and you'll go. Because half these people you be sitting around crying about and worry about 2-3 years from now, you ain't going to even remember their last name. How many times you done seen folks somewhere, you be like, what the hell was I thinking? Let folks go, son. Some people come in your life for a lifetime, some come for a season. You got to know which is which. And you're going to always mess up when you mix them seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. I put everybody come in my life in the category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. Wind blow, they over here. They unstable. Blow the other way, they over here. Ain't nothing. Season change, they wither and die. They gone. It's all right. There's some people, most people in the world are like that. They just there to take from the tree. They ain't there to do nothing but take and give shade every now and then. That's all they can do. Don't get mad at people like that. That's who they are. They ain't gonna never be nothing. That's what they put on this earth to be what they are, a leaf. Some people are like a branch on their tree. You gotta be careful with them branches too, because they'll fool you. They'll make you think they're a good friend and they're real strong, but the minute you step out there on them, they'll break and leave you high and dry. But if you find you 2 or 3 people in your life that's like the roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed, because them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. They ain't worried about being seen. Don't nobody have to know that they know you. They ain't got to know what they're doing for you. But if them roots wasn't there, that tree couldn't live.
Wow.
You understand? And they ain't got a whole a tree can have 100 million branches, but only a few roots down at the bottom.
Yes, God.
When you get you some roots, hold on to them. But the rest of them, let it go. Just let it go. Let folks go. Ain't nobody said it was gonna be easy, but it'll get easy when you learn how to love yourself. When you get to a point in your life where you look at people and you go, okay, wait a minute, you or me, you will make a decision. If you see somebody fix it or they even trying to fix it, that's somebody that care. Keep them people around. That's a leaf that's trying to grow up and be something else.
Yes.
You understand? But if you tell somebody that what you're doing is hurting me and I need you to stop it, and they keep doing it, they don't care. Move on. Let them go. No matter how much it hurts, let them go. And it'll get easier. I promise you, every day it'll get easier and easier and easier. You just got to make it through.
Wow.
Yes, God.
Never thought.
I want me a
You know how many times I've seen that and never really. It never sunk in until now.
Correct. That's why I say listen to the words. When I've listened to that a few times, and I'm like,
it sunk in. It just sunk in. And you know what? I am so happy and blessed to have you as one of the roots in my tree. I am.
Pumpkin.
I
The
know
feeling's
you
quite
ain't
mutual.
going nowhere.
Me and you are never party.
I love you so much. I do. I love you so
I love
much.
you too, baby.
To our viewers, please go back and look at that, listen to it. It's from one of Tyler Perry's movies, and it's very inspirational. Until this moment, I've never really paid much attention to it, but there's a strong message in there. And we just want to thank you all for joining us on Thursday night. Next week is episode 10, correct?
That is it. Yes. It is episode 10, but I wanted to talk to you about something about that. Yeah, so we more information to come about the town hall.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us on this special Thursday night. We really appreciate you guys. What's wrong?
Before we go, I just got a pic. Somebody just texted me, one of our viewers, and this is her after party look, which
oh my God.
I just received that from
Wow.
I absolutely love
Janelle
Monáe.
Killing it every time.
She does.
Oh
She
my
does.
God.
It's,
Now
it's
she
a beautiful
did
look.
it. She did. That is classy.
Yeah, she's
That's
here.
classy. That's classy.
Yep. All right, you all have an amazing evening. I got to go up here and unpack and repack and go to work and be back in the air tomorrow.
I have
Tomorrow
to,
is Friday.
I did
but
payroll. I have to enter it tomorrow, but
yeah. All right.
I
Well, I
love you
love you,
more.
and audience, we love you guys. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
tuning in
Wait,
and
is
being
my heart?
flexible
Is
with
my
us
heart
this
right? My
week.
nails on. Okay.
Yeah, it's